This mod review is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another mod review. Today we're going to take a look at the Ferguson pack. This mod can be found over the farmingsimulator.com website or the in-game mod hub, and this mod is available for all platforms. Now this mod showed up in the mod hub on the week of December 6th by North Modding Company, and I decided I was going to do a standalone mod video of this pack as opposed to putting it into the weekend roundup. Simply because this is a massive pack that has all kinds of cool things in it, things that we really haven't seen in any other mod up to this point in Farm Sim 19. So in front of us here, we basically have a collection of kind of the highlights of this mod pack. We've got good old standard old-timey tractor here, and then we've got this trailer. It can also be converted into a flatbed. And then we have this thing, kind of very, very interesting tractor. We've got basically two tractors that have been put together. It does articulate in the middle. And basically you get double the horsepower because you have two tractors, two engines. Kind of cool. Then you have this half-track tractor. You can get it in a wheeled version. You can get it in a skied version. Then we have the other tractor with a front loader and with chains. Then as far as front loaders go, we have pallet forks, little bucket, Norfolk, and then as far as attachments, we have a log grapple, we have a log cutter, we've got a rear weight, we've got three different plows. We have a 1 furrow plow, 2 furrow plow, and then this plow can be converted from 3, 4, or 5 furrows. So let's go ahead and take a look at this stuff in the shop. So if we go to shop, the easiest way to find all this stuff is to sort by brands. And it's got its own brand here, Ferguson. Of course, you can find all this stuff scattered throughout the shop. This is going to be the easiest way to find this stuff. So we have the TE20, is the standard kind of wheeled tractor, 23 horsepower, 30-liter fuel tank, and 13 mile per hour top speed. $2,500 to buy. So this thing is dirt cheap. Doesn't have a lot of power, so you're pretty much going to have to use other Ferguson equipment with all of these tractors. So we can get it in standard configuration, grill guard, 50 kilogram front weight, or 100 kilogram front weight. And the front weights are basically bags. I assume they're bags of sand. Kind of just sit there in the tray. So that is pretty cool. Then we have shell fender with no foot plate. Okay, take a look there. Then we can add a foot plate to it. We have pickup hitch. We have different 3-point configurations. We've got that one, which is the pickup hitch. Then we have the swinging drawbar as far as our options. Then we have a decal. We have standard, Ferguson early hood. Then we have without front loader or with front loader. And then we have wheel setup of standard, chain 1, chain 2, and back to standard. So all kinds of cool configurations on that particular tractor. Then we have the TEA20 half track, $2,800 to that one. Now, a lot of these configuration options are pretty much the same as the non-half track version. Wheel plates, pickup hitch, decal configuration. Then we have with and without front loader. Then we have half tracks, as you can see here. Then you have the choice of ski and half tracks. You have the choice of 6 wheels. Basically, you lose the track entirely, and you get this kind of pressure wheel, and then the rear tractor. wheel, and then of course your steering wheel configuration. Then we have the TEA20 Tandem, $4,800 to buy, getting almost 2 full tractors. We have, of course, shell fender with no footplate or with footplate. We have the 3-point configuration option. We have the decal option. And then we have wheel setup of standard, which is 1 wheel, 2 wheels, or the Behemoth 3-wheel configuration. So a whopping 47 horsepower with this configuration, $5,322 to buy, $271 to lease, 53 per day, and 111 per operating hour. Then we have our attachments. Let's take a look at our attachments. We've got a shovel, 500-liter capacity, no configuration options on this, $120 to buy, holds all of the standard in-game fill types. We have a 500-kilogram rear weight, basically a big block with hooks, $120 also to buy. We have a pallet fork, $70 to buy. A manure fork, 550-liter storage capacity. Then we have the log grapple. Attaches to the rear 3-point, has some hose hookups. Really nice details on this, like we've got this Ferguson plate here. Got the model and serial number likely on it. We have the cord wood saw. And this attaches to 3-point, has a PTO that is then belt driven for the saw blade. You have kind of the rocker bar, which is kind of the where you sit the log and then you basically push it or lower it into the blade kind of as a blade guide. And you have the 3-ton trailer. Capacity is either 3,000 liters or you can get it in a flatbed variant. And then you have the 1 furrow plow, $100 to buy, 15 horsepower on this thing. We're only going to be working at 1 meter. You have a 2 furrow plow, 1.5 meter working width on this one, 20 horsepower requirement. Then you have the 3 to 5 furrow plow, 3.5 meters. 4 furrow, still says 3.5 meters though. 5 furrow, still saying 3.5 meters. I think that's a little bit bigger than 3.5 meters at this point. And also the horsepower doesn't go up from 3, 4, or 5. I think this should be going up as we go to the larger furrows. That, guys, is pretty much the Ferguson tractor pack here in the shop. Let's take a look at this tandem with 3 tractor tires. A little up close. Really nice decals. Nice details on the engine. Really, really nice details overall. Take a look at it in cab. You have some animated shifters there, hand throttles. Yeah, all this is working. Got kind of a hydraulic up there. Is also moving the front tractor's throttle and shifter. See how that's working there. This tractor has a nice animation on the fan belt. On the fan. First stage lights. Got a reverse light. Second stage light. Well, this is a pretty cool and interesting pack. Park this over here and take a look at some of this other tractor equipment. Of course, we've got the half track. If you're in a snowy environment, then the ski sled might interest you. Still turns fairly well on dry asphalt. Basically, it's just modeled different. I suspect, in all intents and purposes, it's still far as the game is concerned, has front wheels. That's pretty cool. This one has the 100-kilogram front weight on it. We go and back this up to our 4-furrow plow. See how that works. Over here and see how this trailer dumps. This trailer does have straps. If you get it in a flatbed variant, you will be able to strap down your equipment. You do not have the choice of changing how it unloads. Note here, it's out the back. Now something else to note, you have X to open the toolbox. Open the toolbox. And nope, I thought we might have some wrenches in there. X to close the toolbox. Trailer tipped up. This would be a really cool tractor and trailer, maybe for the starting out farmer to work around their farmyard. A little animal work if you've got a small number of animals. Check out the log grapple here and the wood cutter. I have to say the webpage where the mod is on the Mod Hub is extremely helpful, extremely informative. It's got a good paragraph written for each and every one of these implements. So you can see we have a left mouse button, up and down, raises and lowers the log grab, left and right, doesn't appear to do anything. Double left and right mouse button, left and right will rotate the claw. And up and down will open and close the claw. Lower it down like this. Get it around our log. Close it. Raise it up and then pull our log out of the woods. So, then once we have our log out of the woods, we'll be able to hook up to it with this buck saw to cut the log down to appropriate firewood size. See how this sets? Basically, you would go into the woods and lower this down, turn it on, tractor running. There you go, you got your belt driven saw. Put your log on there. Let's see if we can't figure out how to get this. Put a little log in here. Drop a 1 meter log down. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not figuring out how to get this to work right. But at any rate, kind of got the idea there. I don't know if maybe that buck saw doesn't work. Probably should have tried it ahead of time. Right? You know what they say about live demonstrations? And then we've got the front loader, and the front loader is pretty cool the way this works. Typically, your front loaders on these older tractors, you basically can raise it up and down, and then there's a button to dump, and the whole thing just tips forward like on a quick release. This one actually has hydraulics, Left mouse button left and right will tilt. Looks like a normal front loader. Modern front loader, and up and down will do the arms. Got some really long arms on this thing. It has some pretty far reach. And let's hook up to the weight. So you've got the 500 kilogram rear weight. See how it just sits there on the hanger. So there you go, guys. That is the Ferguson pack. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this? Pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. What do you think of this old-timey tractor pack by North Modding Company? And until next time, happy farming.